Hi, YouTube. Big breath. Because today we are going to get real and we are going to get real personal. It is 5 days before Valentine's Day 2020, and I'm beginning to prepare for a talk that I'm going to give on Valentine's Day. I have been asked to address a group of women who gather in a private home, anywhere from 30 to 50 women. These are women who are alone on Valentine's Day for whatever reason. I've been told that guests range from a woman in her 90s who's a widow to young women struggling against the thought that perhaps God doesn't have anyone for them. Why are they alone when all of their young friends are getting married and having babies or what have you? And every life story and circumstance in between. This invitation in and of itself was extremely healing to me because I have celebrated at least a decade's worth of Valentine's Days by myself and have gone through a lot of things in life, more traditionally considered partnership or marriage type life situations by myself. And 100% of the time God was looking out for me, but that doesn't change the fact that sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's lonely, sometimes it's awkward, embarrassing. Fill in whatever word you want here. So I have been praying since I received this invitation several weeks ago about what to say. And yesterday I started reaching out to my social media community and asking the people around me for their thoughts and prayers as well. I still have no idea what I'm going to say on Friday, but I know what I want to say right now to you. If you will be celebrating Valentine's Day alone on Friday, please stay right here. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I've got some things that a lot of people from around this country really, really want to share with you. So here we go. Some of these tidbits, prayers, scriptures were sent in by people who are specifically praying for you this year and this holiday. Some are bits of wisdom that were given to me in a variety of circumstances over the years and are coming to my heart and mind to share with you now. So hang on, grab the Kleenex, and let's go for a ride together. Because whether you have a date or not on Friday, you are not alone. You never have been, and you never will be. We're here together in whatever form we can be together. And I could not be happier that you are here or more thrilled, grateful, or privileged to talk to you now. So let's learn from people a lot wiser than I am. Nancy from Washington, D.C. wants you to know that you are enough. She wants you to write that message, I am enough, on Post-it notes and put it on your mirror, write it in appointment calendars, tattoo it on your forehead. That last part's me, maybe not her. She wants you to know that you are enough. In your singleness, in your perceived aloneness, whatever the language in your head is, you are enough. Jen on the East Coast wants you to know that she's praying for you. She's praying for you and everyone in your sphere, everyone in your world. She's praying for me too. And I feel that. I feel that the split second she wrote it to me. I feel that now when I'm speaking to you. And I hope and am confident that I'll hear it on Friday when I'm speaking to the live audience in that room. She is praying for you. You are not alone. My mom, Sally, would tell you not to settle. Don't settle professionally, don't settle personally, don't settle for less than what you know to be God's call on your life. I have no idea what she's going to say when she sees this. She may have an additional or more messages for you, but that's what's shown through the most in her teachings and her mentorship and guidance of me over the last few years. She's had a front row seat and has been another helping hand as I've raised a daughter by myself, built a business by myself, launched a nonprofit by myself. And that's what she's always said. You can do this. If God put this on your heart, if God created these circumstances around you, or if God took your mistakes and created a blessing and a new circumstance, then you pull on your gloves, you pull on your boots, you do the work. You accept the blessing, you stay focused on the long game, and you never, ever settle just because you happen to be a little sad or a little depressed or a little alone feeling at the time. Those things are natural. It's natural to feel that way. And if you feel that way this week, that's okay. But bring your gloves, pull on your boots, keep your eyes on the long game. God has a plan for you. Don't settle until you find out what it is. I want to tell you that it's okay to be alone. I want to tell you to keep your heart and your mind open. Look for the blessings. Look for God, because He's there. And if you think about it, if you think about all the times that you tried not to be alone over the days, weeks, months, years, were those really good decisions? And I'm laughing because I can't even say that with a straight face. There were so many things that I thought I've wanted over the years that were absolutely not in my best interest and absolutely not in God's plan for me. So if you are alone this week, delight in it. As ridiculous as that sounds, you're alone, so either way, you might as well be joyful and vibrant and strive for that happiness or contentment or even an inkling of it. Even if you laughed at this video, we'll take that. That's a moment. That's a crack in the armor. It's okay to be alone. And if you sit with it long enough, these incredible blessings flow forth into your life. For me, they came in the form of books. They came in the form of freedom to create content like this, freedom to have all the time and energy in my world right now, right here, focused on you, focused on talking to you. For me, I'm only able to have that kind of stamina and energy because I am, for the most part, alone. The other hours of my day, I get to share with this incredible daughter who is the greatest blessing and joy. It defies description. And if you're a parent, hopefully you know that feeling. You know what I'm talking about. God has blessed me with the opportunity to raise her. And if I'm doing it alone, well, first of all, I'm not alone. My parents are there, my church community, the community at her school, the horse community, the ranch community, the street, just the street we live on. We have this incredible village around us. I am not alone, and neither are you. And I want to tell you too that if and when the time comes, when God decides to place His hand on your life and lift these feelings of isolation, loneliness, and being alone, keep an open mind for what that looks like, because it might look differently than you ever imagined it could. Perhaps you have relationships develop that leverage technology. Perhaps you have relationships develop over oceans, over continents, over time zones. You never know. Life is funny, God is funnier. So it's okay to be alone and in this moment. And if you're not alone, sometime down the road, that's okay too. But delight in both, because all you have is this moment. This is where you are. So embrace it. It is okay to be alone. One of the things that God created through the time period in my life where He's put me here on this earth alone is this book, Show Me the Light, Personal Ministry, One Decision at a Time. I'll tell you outright, having a book with my name on the cover has been a lifelong dream. And I wouldn't trade all the Valentine's Day dates in the world for the feeling of holding this book and knowing that I wrote it and God did this through me in my life. I feel even better when I hold the Spanish version. Y'all, there's a book in the world in another language with my name on the cover. How amazing is that feeling? It beats Valentine's Day dinners hands down, with all due respect to whomever God brings into my life later, if He does. If you see this, I'm sorry. I hope you're amazing. I'm sure you are. But this feeling is so good right now. So what's my point with that, right? He's gonna use your time alone. And while He does, while you wait, the most important place that you can gain insight and wisdom is in His Word. So I'm gonna flip open this book and pull a couple of scriptures that I shared here to share with you today. The first is from Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verses 11 and 12. He has made everything beautiful in its time. He has also set eternity in the human heart, yet no one can fathom what God has done from beginning to end. I know that there is nothing better for people than to be happy and to do good while they live. Your ability to be happy and to do good is completely independent of whether or not you have a romantic partner. Completely independent. Do not make the mistake of mixing the two or compromising one for the other. The next verse I want to share with you is from Jeremiah chapter 29, verses 11 through 13. And here God speaks to the exiles in Babylon. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. Then you will call on me and come and pray to me, and I will listen to you. You will seek me and find me when you seek me with all of your heart. You know, I tried to write this book right here. I tried to write this book for 8 years, or a book. It didn't happen. I was too busy, I was too tired, I was too young, quite frankly. I don't think I had anything worth saying 8 years ago. It just never happened. And I struggled with a lot of depression about being alone over the years. And then one day it occurred to me that, you know what I'd never done? I'd prayed for a partner, I'd prayed for a Valentine's Day date. I'd never prayed to be lifted of the feelings of isolation. So I started praying for that. I started praying not to feel alone. And everything changed. That is my prayer for you today. That is my prayer for you this week and this Valentine's Day. I pray that you do not feel alone, that you know the truth that you are not alone. And I'm grateful that you're spending some time with me. Thank you for letting me be here. Happy Valentine's Day. And don't forget to leave a comment and let me know how you're feeling and how I can pray for you this week. I'll let you know what happens on Friday. Thank you to all of the women who contributed to this video with their wisdom and insight and prayers. And until next time, have a happy day.